the volume's good.
Hi,
Hello, we're here. We're late, but we're here.
Technology.
Welcome to Urban Spools. Saturday. I have no idea of the date, so.
It is August 24th.
Thank you.
Yes.
Takes a village.
Yes.
August 24th. Thank you for joining us. We have lots of good info for you today. Which one should we start with? Well, let's start with this glorious thing behind me, Botanica. If you have been working on Botanica, so have we. This is the full size. There is still more to go around. We are on month 5 of a 6-month block of the month. And what I want to tell you is this is our first machine embroidery block of the month. The first time we've ever done this. So we've had a few hiccups, and you might be seeing that in your kids. So I'm going to be calling all the members this week. I'm going to call all of you and try to reach you. I'll do email also, but I'm going to try to reach you personally to find out some information about how your kit is going, how your project is going, what size did you choose to make, any issues with fabric selections or anything like that. And then today I have a long list of tips to give you, and we've decided to extend our sit and sews for block of the month another 6 months. So we're going to take it all the way. You could come for any of the sit and sews. They are $20. They last 3 hours. They're in the evening. I want to say they're on a Tuesday, but I can't remember.
For Botanica? Or?
For Botanica
Okay,
Sit and Sew. Look for Botanica Sit and Sew. That is going to be where we actually have Stephanie in the room who made this, who's got all the insights for us. And she is even going to take it into, you can see her, how she's going to do some custom quilting on her embroidery machine too, which I think is very exciting. Nobody's done this that we could find. It's not been packaged anywhere or done anything. And so this week when this came on the wall, I was so excited. Mm-hmm. So tips from that. So this is the month we are working on. It's called Big Bloom. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Yeah, if you could. That way I can, thank you. I have it in front of me. I'm having trouble twisting. My body doesn't want to move that way. Okay.
It's early.
So here we go. They're not going to be able to see it though. I'm going to let you hold that. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, biggest tip for all the months is use a pressing cloth. You are machine embroidery thread. You're using machine embroidery thread. It is polyester. It has a lower heat temp than cotton. So, those of you in the quilting world who are used to just laying on your fabric and the thread, it will melt under this pressure. So, under the temperature. So you want to use a pressing cloth and lower the temp on it. Okay? I've told you about the phone calls. Oh, if you could show the back. When we are doing the batting, you want to go ahead and leave about a 1/2 inch around. And then at the end, see you have a 1/2 inch seam allowance. You're going to cut the batting off of there. That is going to make joining your blocks so much easier. We did it here also in joining them together.
Kind of like when you do foundation paper piecing.
Yes, exactly. Just cut that batting out of the way. Back to the front, please. I'm out of order, so. Okay. Okay, now here's these pretty leaves, and we've given you this beautiful, I always think it looks like an agate or some kind of geological thing, right? But there's a seam down here. So when you're making this block, at some point it has you do a tack down line that's straight, and it's probably straight like on an angle. What you want to do is get your fabric laid. You're going to be matching it up to that parallel line. You're lining your leaf lines, your veins, up parallel to the leaf line, which is down here somewhere. So see, it's going this way, so your line is probably going this way as well. And that'll give you that flip so that you can, and then you'll do it the opposite direction on the other side so that you can get those to match up. And if you can hold it up real high, if you're really good and lucky, you're going to get a dark line that's going to match up. You know, you can see where they kind of match together. Here's a really good one. But if not, it'll match like this, and that's still beautiful, right?
Yeah, so pretty.
But so you get your leaves that way and not cattywampus. Okay. When you are doing your satin stitching, it will be very helpful to put a wash away topper on. As you know, when you put this here, you do your tack down line, and then you're trimming really close to that fabric, and there's some little threads there. If you put a wash away topper down for your satin stitching, it holds all those threads down, and there's nothing, no little threads peeking up through your satin stitching. Very good tip. Cut excess stabilizer. Back to the back, please. That's where we're going back up here. Cut excess stabilizer from up here also. Cut it as you go. It takes out a lot of bulk. And go ahead and stay back here. When you are joining your blocks, use a different thread color than the basting stitch, the tack down stitch on the front. What happens is after you join your blocks, if that basting stitch is a different color, you can see which thread is okay to take out and remove if it's showing on the front. It won't always show in the front, but if you use different threads, it makes it easier if it is showing to pull it out. You're not going to accidentally pull the thread that's holding your embroidery together. Make sense? All right.
Awesome.
I'm very excited, and this is just a great visual, I think, of what's coming from this quilt.
Yeah.
So very exciting. If you have any questions, you can always call us, email education@Urban Spools, or come to Sit and Sew. Botanica Sit and Sew is where we'd love to see you, because I will have Stephanie on site for you on those days. So that's
Awesome.
fun, yeah. All right, let's do some Monster Mash.
Monster Mash, all
This
right.
sweet thing.
So we are on month 4 of a 6-month block series. We are doing the skulls and flowers this month. These are the finished block.
I will hold for you.
Okay. Just to give you a visual.
We'll pass it along. There we
Okay.
go.
Great. And okay, so in this month's block, you are going to get in this block the 4 different fabrics. On the skull, it's only 3. When you are starting to assemble the flower, there's one petal here in the middle that has a different colored angle to it, just so it matches up with the stem of the flower. So you want to pay attention to that.
Nice.
7 of the petals will have just the white and pink, but your 8th petal will have the little black stem on there.
That makes sense. I'm looking back here. That's some tiny piecing.
I know.
Wow.
So with that said,
cute.
one of the I don't want to say challenges, but one of the things that I have noticed when on these patterns with regards to the petal, and then with regards to the skeleton's face over here where those angles, you're cutting square. The instructions tell you to mark the back of your square, and then you're going to sew on a diagonal. Y'all can, I don't know if you want to.
It's okay.
Okay. So it says to sew on that diagonal. Now, me personally, as a new sewer, I find that a little challenging. And these are smaller squares, so it's okay. I mean, it's not that complicated, but I do have this little handy dandy
Oh, nice.
folded corner clipper that allows you to actually cut your diagonal first, and then you can line it up against your quarter feed line that you need, versus just blindly sewing a diagonal line across the back. Does that make sense?
It does, yes.
So this has been really helpful, and this has actually come useful in
Some of the other ones.
some of the other squares, and definitely on the pumpkin with Frank, the ghost, the skull, and the flower. This has been really handy.
I'm going to show you all this. This is how much effort we put into prepping for you. we get in there, get dirty, figure it out.
The only other thing I might mention is on the petals here, the directional fabric. I attempted to cut these out in a way where the words were flowing maybe in a different direction, but this is how they turned out. So if you care about that, you just want to pay attention to the direction of your fabric. Yeah, when you're cutting it out.
Nice. And so they're getting this pattern in their kit.
Yes, this is the pattern, and it has both the skull and the flower for you.
So you're getting 2 new blocks.
Yes.
Push it up daisies. They're so cute. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Aw.
But yeah, that's
Keep that out.
Okay,
Yeah, I love
awesome.
it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now,
Ruby Star?
yeah.
All right, so for our starry block of the month, we are doing row number 7. So we're jumping all the way down to row number 7. This month we are using both the neutral with the black and then the black with the metallic gold stars. This one's actually really kind of fun because it gives you a lot of freedom. So basically what you're doing is you're cutting your strips to 2.5 by, I believe it's 2.5 by 8.5. Yeah.
Okay.
And then what you get to do is you get to pick and choose where you want to put your like focal blocks. And then you get to just go in with a horizontal, cut it, sew it in, and then you have to then measure and cut the pieces to the 8.5 again.
Nice.
So you get to
square it up a
yeah,
little.
square it up exactly before you sew the whole thing together. So you get to pick like if you want some next to each other, if you know like how many you want apart, but you're not doing, as you guys can see, you're not putting a focal block in every single stripe. So you get to kind of play with that layout, which is
Nice.
which is really fun. And of course, like picking and choosing which ones you want where and kind of highlighting them, and then like seeing your
It's so cute.
yeah, seeing your like favorites.
Skate? Oh no, it's
No,
a
that's
tennis
just
shoe.
a tennis shoe. Yeah, but then
Okay.
like my favorite, Rashida's scissors are over here, so
cute.
you know it's so fun. But this one
Nice.
again, pretty straightforward, but just that making sure you cut your horizontal line straight is going to be really important, because if it's crooked, everything's gonna be crooked.
Yeah.
So we want to be careful with
Yeah.
that. But other than that, that is really the main thing. Instead of pressing the seams to one direction, which is what they suggest in the pattern, I did not do that. I pressed all my seams open.
Yes.
Just because I felt like it flowed better, and it wasn't as like, bulky. And I don't think it's gonna, hopefully it won't cause a problem in the end, but I will let you know. No, I don't think it should cause a problem in the end at all, but, and I think it'll actually be less bulk when we go to, like, long arm it too. But yeah, pretty
Lovely.
straightforward, and here's the back, so you
Excellent.
can see everything's pressed open instead of to one direction, but feel free to do it either way, because that's what the directions
Make it
have
yours. Make
Yeah.
it the way you like
What
it.
Make
is
it your
this
own.
image?
It's like a hair comb.
Okay.
Hair comb, like a clippy
No, I
Oh,
think it's like a actual comb.
comb.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cute.
How
Love
cute.
it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now we're gonna go on a road trip to see the Tilda embroidery flower. So if one of you could let me slide out, I'm gonna take the camera. It's not a far trip, so, and I hope you don't get too dizzy. Ladies, say hello. We're walking through. We're ready for you to come visit us today. All right. Here we go. Here's our ruby star wall. This is where our long arm is. The long armers are not here today. And the fans are a little louder in here. But I want you to see the quilt. We are on month 6. So that is going to be down in this bottom right corner. It's the center of the quilt on the right center. And so you're going to make those two. So you're going to have a lot of blue and stuff. And guys, I have some extra fabric, so if you've run out of colors, please message me. Send me an email at education@Urban Spools. I can pull the square. I need to know what your color you're missing and how many, and I can put together a little envelope for you for your next pickup or shipment, whichever it may be. But I think it's looking lovely, and I'm ready to get started on the next month. But for now, you all are getting this one. So it's got two little posies over here. I'm calling them posies. I don't know, with a little black center. And I love the black. It kind of pops in it.
Yeah, it really does.
So you're getting the long arm light too. But there you go. We're moving right along. We did join those two long panels together. So after the end of this one, you are ready to join your top row with your middle row. And you do that the same way as you joined panels together by cutting one panel all the way to the edge of the squares, leaving the other side with a 1/2 inch grid, fusible grid, and then you just layer it on top, and then you can sew them together after you fuse them. And before you do that, when you finish this row, let me get my finger in there. This section, you get this panel, you attach it to the middle, attach it to the first, and you're ready to sew your horizontal lines all the way down. And that way, when you join your two rows together, and you're gonna have this much of your quilt done. All you have is the last third. We're on the home stretch after this month, so it's a big month. Look, you can see. Let me not show you the tarp. Let's show you the store. And as we come back here, we have air conditioners and fans everywhere. We want to make it as comfortable as possible. Back here is our workshop area. And this is where we're having workshops today from 1 to 5, I think, or 5:30, I'm not sure. But we're teaching a block. It's a Moda blockheads. Okay, let me go ahead and give you the stroll back. I hope you don't get too motion sickness from this. Here's the beautiful storefront. And we're going back into the classroom.
Hey, you have fun.
Yeah.
Nice curtain.
Curtain samples. Oh, look here. We've got our bucket hat sample. The quilt behind it, that beauty, is our flying geese class. The one below it is our half square triangle. We have bought this bag back as a class. It is our, it's called Project Bag Online. Project Bag. So it's great. It's got a mesh front with a nice zipper. So you can hold like all your pieces to one project. You can see Ruby Starry Supply, the first month. We'll have the next month on there too. And now let me get us back into position. Hopefully I can realign it. All right. Okay. Nellie, you holding down the fort for us?
Hey.
All right. So that is all of our, is that all of Black Bed Mats? No. No. Good Gracious with Anna Maria Horner. Hey, Deb.
Or Perry.
Or Perry.
That's her last name now.
Oh, Deb.
Yes.
Could you hand me some Good Gracious fabric?
Certainly.
This quilt block of the month was supposed to start today, and we are not prepared. So I'm going to get those kits ready for this week. That's perfect. This is just some of the fabrics that are going to be in it. Aren't they beautiful?
Gorgeous.
Yes. So these are some of the fabrics to be in it. And so you're going to see this on Instagram, photographs and stuff coming up this next week. We're going to get started. We have plenty of spaces left, so I would love for more people to join. It's a great beginner block of the month. If you've never done block of the months before, it is a great one. If you're not really, you're going to learn a lot of traditional blocks, but we're going to be using this. So we're going to go through 4 patches and 9 patches and drunkard's paths and bow ties and courthouse steps versus log cabins and all that fun stuff. It's going to make a beautiful quilt. And this month, one of the reasons we haven't got it started is we can't agree on the background. So let me tell you, we've decided to let you pick your own background. So, sign up. You can pick your own background. We're going to be using these fabrics. That's what we've committed to for this. It's going to be beautiful. So it's going to be fun doing traditional blocks with these modern big prints and mixing that in. I think you'll enjoy it. And you can have a yellow quilt, you can have a green quilt, you can have a tan quilt, you can have a gray quilt. Whatever you want mixed with these beautiful fabrics. You can see there's going to be a lot of choice options. So you'll be hearing from me soon about that for those that have signed up, and those kits will be ready the end of next week for pickup. So very exciting, a new block of the month. That is the last one for the year. And then what we're going to do, we're still going to have our clubhouses because we got to talk about all the ones we're working on. We are going to start preparing for Dear Jane. And so some of our clubhouses are going to be specifically on how to prepare for doing a Dear Jane. So I hope you stay following along with us, even if you're not in a block of the month. If you are working on a Dear Jane or working towards it, we'd love to get your insight and give you our insight and kind of learn as a group. Now, I told you about the workshops. Those are free. So we still have space. We have a few spaces, 2 or 3 spaces open today. And, oh, do you have the block? Oh, we have the block we're doing. Oh, that makes sense to show. Whoa, doggy.
It's a 20-minute project.
A 20-minute project. We'll get through a block of it. And then, but look how pretty. We're providing the fabrics and everything. So if you want to learn this block, it's from Moda. It's one part of their blockhead series. We're using Ruby Star in there.
And they're Ruby Star blocks too.
Oh, are they? And it's Ruby Star's block. So Ruby Star blocks, you know, how you say that. Oh, it's got the little kitties in it. Let's put it this way. There they are. There's the kitties. They're upright. You can't see them. That's okay. They're little. They're there. They're really cute. So we're doing that today. If you want to come out and join us, we're 2936 Reward Lane. You can sign up on urbanspools.com under classes, workshop,
Free workshops.
free workshops. Okay, nice title. The other thing that is starting today is Shop Hop. There's a regional Shop Hop. We give out a free pattern at each one. This is our block. This region is summer themed. So it is foundation paper pieced. So you're gonna hear it. But we're providing the pattern. You can come and pick up your passport. So join us. Oh, cute. There's 2 passports. One's for sweet and one's for summer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, enough of that. So you can pick up your passport at our store and get started on it. Do the workshop, pick up your block. We do sell the kits in this flavor of fabrics. So that's kind of fun. Anything else for that I should know about?
No, this just is the layout. So each store is creating a block, whether it be summer themed or sweet themed, like because the theme is the sweetest summer, right? So we have half of it's going to be sweets themed, half of it's going to be summer themed. So basically by the end of it, depending on which journey you go on or if you go on both, you get 2 different quilts potentially.
I think so.
Right? So along with your passport, you're getting a quilt layout and kind of tells you where each shop would potentially go based on size, depending on sweet
Or summer.
Yeah.
We're down
So,
here.
yeah,
We're right here.
over here. So, totally,
Yeah.
fun kind of thing. And again, you can buy our kit with the fabrics already printed, or when you come in, you can get a free pattern. So, fun stuff.
Nice. All right. So come pick that up. What else? Shop Hop.
This Saturday.
5th Saturday. I'm sneezing and I have to cough at the same time, so now my eyes and everything are reacting. 5th Saturday is next week. What should I
BYOB.
BYOB, bring your own bag.
Just make sure you have the keychain.
You have to have the keychain.
If you don't, you can buy one when you get here.
Thank you.
And yeah, and so there's this one, and then there's one more before the end of the year. Again, everything that fits in your bag is available for that sale, for that, but the only
Discounts.
thing that is not available for that discount is going to be gift cards, classes, and sewing machines. So even if they could fit in your bag, unfortunately, they don't count. But that's not to say there's not going to be deals on sewing machines now or at a later point. But
Yeah, get all the stuff to support it.
exactly. So if you need quilt backings, if you are looking to start some Halloween projects, some holiday projects,
Oh,
all
yeah.
that fabric's rolling in. So feel free to stop by and check it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing us home.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Marianne.
You're welcome.
I forgot to introduce all of us. I'm Ashley, Marianne, Penelope,
Hi.
Urban Spools.
I think
Well,
that's it, right?
That's it.
Awesome.
Happy Saturday. We hope you come in and see us today. If not today, definitely come next week. 5th Saturday. All right. Bye. I have to get up and go turn it off. Can you do it, Marianne?
I think so.
Yeah.